This is my audience. All right. Have you guys ever thought about how hard it actually is to play volleyball?
No.
All right. Well, today I'm going to be telling you why. So with volleyball, it's a very physically and mentally demanding sport, and everything that goes into playing the game of volleyball is hard overall. So, like, for example, like in the summer, like we had, my senior year, we had 3 days, which is when we have 3 practices a day. And one would be conditioning, and then one would be weightlifting, and then one would be just like a regular volleyball practice and running light plays and stuff like that. So now I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I'm credible in this topic. So I've been playing volleyball ever since I was 8 years old, and I played our club team, and then I also played all throughout middle school and high school with that team as well. And I've been around the game of volleyball almost my whole entire life, so I think that me knowing all these things about this sport in general is very informative. So now I'm going to talk to you guys about the importance of volleyball. So with volleyball, people don't usually think that like it's very important, and that people think like it's easy to play the game when it's actually not in general. So with that being said, like all the things like you have to do, like conditioning is very physically and mentally draining. You like wake up the next day sore, and like sometimes you want to cry during practice, and you can also get injured during practice and stuff like that. So now that I've talked to you guys about the importance of volleyball and why I think that people should be more appreciative of the sport and that it's actually hard, I'm going to be talking to you guys about my main points. So I'm going to be talking about volleyball in general, and then how to play the position as a middle, and then what the other positions do. So with volleyball in general, you have 6 players on each side of the court, which I have a picture of right here. So you have 6 players, and then there is an outside on this side, the middle is right here, and then the right side is on your other side, or the setter can be right there as well. And then you have 3 players right behind you in the back, and those are considered the DSs, which are the defensive specialists. So with that being said, you have to win the best out of 5 matches to be able to win the match altogether. So I don't really think many people like go into detail about how hard it actually is to be able to go to 5 sets and actually push through that last set. So each set actually goes to 25 points. So the first, second, third, and fourth all go to 25, and then the last set goes to 15. And then whoever gets 15 points first wins the game overall. So now I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to play the position as a middle. So growing up, I was a middle ever since I started volleyball because I was always one of the taller kids, and being able to play the position as a middle is very, very hard. You have to be able to run opposite directions. You have to be able to run different plays and stuff like that. So like, for example, like when you're blocking as a middle, you start in the base, which is the middle, and you have your hands up like this and you're bent down. And then to be able to block the other team's right side, you have to scoot over a couple of steps and then go up and block. And then if you're blocking the middle, they could be running an A, which is a quick set, just right in the middle. And then they could also be running a B, which is like more to the left side of where the middle stands. And then for the right side, they're on this side of me, so then I have to go over and block that side as well. So just playing as a middle, it's very difficult, and you have to be able to do so many things at once, which I don't really think many people think about usually, because they just think, oh, like she's just running back and forth like that. They don't really understand like how hard it actually is to be a middle and how exhausting it can be sometimes. So now I'm going to be talking to you guys about what the other positions do. So with the other positions, like I said earlier, there's a left side. There's 3 front people in the front. So there's an outside, and then there's your right side or your setter. So the outside usually runs, they're on the far side, and they like back up like this, and then they go up for their approach, and then they hit the ball, obviously. And you can run either a 4 or like a shoot or a push. And then for middles, you play, you can run then there's also combo runs that the middles run, where like the middle runs an A, and then the outside comes back and then runs a 2 right behind you just to mess with the other team's heads. And then the right side, and then the middle can also run a slide as well, which is where the setter's right here, and then you run over this way like that. So now that I've talked to you guys about what the other positions do and everything, I hope that you guys understand like the importance of the game of volleyball and how mentally degrading it can be sometimes, and that just like to make sure like you watch out for your athletes and stuff like that. And overall, like I hope that you guys learned more about this topic, and I hope that you guys actually understand more about the game of volleyball and that it's actually harder than what you guys would think. And then this is my audience again.